Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Games Cage. Today, and only today, we're going to be discussing something a little different. We're doing this in a different format. Usually I do like my face cam, like thoughts and impressions. But this time I have Ultima Shadow X with me.
Hello.
Hello from the Smash Dispatch. And we're here actually to talk about the Animal Crossing Direct that just happened. It was a 25-minute presentation all about the nerdy news about this humble little island experience. So Ultima, in general, what are you with Animal Crossing? Like, what's your forte with it? Is it a franchise you love? Or?
Well, I've been a fan of the series for a while. I'm not like an OG player, but I started with City Folk on the Wii.
Okay.
And I have like a really big soft spot for that game. I really love City Folk. And then, New Leaf came out and I was super excited for that. And then that game had so much support for so long with like the Welcome Amiibo and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely a fan of the series. I would say I'm not like an extremely hardcore player. I'm not like someone who's like, I want to have the perfect town and I'm going to play every single day.
Right.
It's just a fun, relaxing experience. I'm more of a casual player, but I really enjoy the series. And I've been waiting for this sort of video for a really long time because I'm like, why are they not like discussing anything about this game? It comes out in a month.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
We've all been waiting. I mean, like, it's been like a long silence and stuff. And yeah, I think I'm exactly with you there, where I played a bit of the Wii one. I played a shit ton of New Leaf. I played Happy Home Designer. And like you, I really love when I play the games, but I do consider myself a casual fan. Like, I'm not going to be in there for years. It's just that I hope this one I stick around with, but I really do love the idea and the relaxing nature of it. So, yeah, we had the 25-minute presentation about it. Before we dive into, like, some of the smaller things and stuff like that, overall, how did you feel about the presentation?
I was really enamored by it. I mean, I think there were a lot of stuff that was like, yeah, okay, like, this is pretty much how it worked before.
Yeah.
But I think you can really tell they were trying to, like, show off how much, like, how deep down you can go. I feel like this was a presentation for, like, the more hardcore audience. Yeah. Because there was so much stuff that was like, you can customize your house and all your clothes, and you can craft your own things, and it was just like, holy shit, there's so much to do.
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest aspect of this is that they really want you to be able to fully customize, like, the island this time, right? Because before it was,
like, everything. Like, you can, like, get a construction permit and like, change the island's layout. Like, I think this was the only direction that they could have gone. Because, like, after New Leaf, where it's like, you're a mayor and you can build whatever you want in the town.
What do you do?
They were probably why it took so long for this game to come, because they were probably like, how do we, like, go a step up from just, like, building things in the town?
Yeah, exactly.
Now you just, like, you build, it's Animal Crossing, do it your fucking self.
Exactly,
like, literally. Like,
it's Mario Maker
build all your own
Crossing.
furniture, build the entire island, you do it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically Mario Maker Crossing, and I think it serves it better that way, because, like, I was watching it, and I was like, it's one of those, like, obviously I usually have, like, big live reaction stuff, but it was one of those where I was like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, that's really dope. It's like, it's a game about a lot of, like, cute pop-ups, and like I said, I really thought it was cute. I liked the presentation, boys. The one thing that, like, there was a solid 3-4 minutes where I was really confused was when they were talking about future developments, and I was like, wait, do you mean this is like DLC, or do you mean like, because she's speaking as if she's part of that world and not like real life, so I thought she meant like this was DLC. I was like, wait, this is a lot of shit to be a DLC. That's like half of Animal Crossing. But she just meant stuff that's gonna develop on the island as you play it. So I was like worried for a bit.
Yeah, it is weird that they called it free updates when that's just how the game works. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
Yeah. Like, the seasons are free updates, like, it'll be patched in, but, like, the museum and all this other stuff is just, like, it's part of the game, so I'm very happy about that. But yeah, I'm with you. I thought it was a really cool presentation. I thought they showed a lot of stuff. I think it's going to be a really exciting time. We can kind of scrub through and see, so, what do we got here? So, first of all, they went through...
Well, first off, you know, what I really liked was the airport is Dodo Airlines, and the guy who runs it is Orville, because, Dodos can't fly. Like, there's always a lot of flavor with, like, the animals and like all the names, and I love stuff like that. That's that's the charm of the series, to be honest.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, one of the biggest things is that you can basically build your stuff. We've known about that, but crafting is a big deal, and I really like that they showed this cool achievement system, because I feel like Animal Crossing for the longest time has had this issue where like sometimes when I'd be playing, I'd be like, what do I do now? But like having a little achievement system that'll earn me points that I can buy stuff with will encourage me to want to experiment and try new things on the island. So I thought that was a really smart idea to implement that.
There was, I feel like, maybe I'm misremembering, I feel like there was something a bit similar with New Leaf, where if you bought a lot of stuff from Nook, you'd get Nook points, but it definitely wasn't the exact same.
Exactly,
for sure.
yeah.
Like, you know, because, you know, and I think it's because of, obviously because of the crafting, like, you know, because in New Leaf, it was super easy to farm money, and so it was just like, there was literally nothing that you could just like, all right, I'm just going to buy everything today and get points or whatever, you know, so, like, the crafting system is definitely going to make it more complex, for sure.
Yeah, and this is something also we knew about before, but I do really find it cool that we can finally put a bunch of furniture all around the island, that it's not just in your house, because I feel like that's gonna add like a big layer of
it's like fun. The whole place is like you have like a big patio or whatever. Like, you know what? It seems to me like they took some ideas from Pocket Camp. Yeah, because Pocket Camp had the crafting. You're designing an outdoor space, not in Pocket Camp. You're not designing a house per se, because you do have your trailer, but the main bulk is like what you design on the outside. So I definitely think, you know, and I'm also surprised that it doesn't like have connection to Pocket Camp. I would have expected that.
Well, they said at the end it will, right? They said at the end of the direct that they're gonna plan a functionality between Pocket Camp and the main game. That was one of the last things they showed. It was at the end. Yeah, when they were doing their Q&A, was is it going to be compatible with Pocket Camp? And they said, yeah, at some point you'll be able to transfer stuff. So,
well, they said they were going to do like a crossover with it. I didn't know if that meant like, you know.
I think it means like
if what exactly that meant.
I think that's smart, because then it'll obviously get people to start playing more Pocket Camp.
Because I have not touched that game.
Yeah, no, me too. I haven't touched it either. What else did we get? We got stuff like, they showed us the bugs. They showed us that there's like the bees that can hurt you and you can use medicine, which has been there before. What else did we find out? We found out that, for a lot of the shops, you go to a different island, right?
Yes, yeah. Which I kind of expected, because like, you know, there was definitely stuff where it's like, you know, what are they gonna do with like stuff like the museum and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, for sure. And we found out that one thing I really loved that I thought was cool was that you can take the plane to go to random deserted islands just to collect stuff. Because before it used to just be that little island in New Leaf that you'd go to. It was one island, and you'd like farm a bunch of bugs and stuff. But this
you'd
time
farm
you go to
beetles.
random ones.
That was actually in the that island concept was in the original.
Oh really?
Animal Crossing actually, and then they brought it back for New Leaf. But yeah, it's nice that they have like a good money farming like area. I guess for lack of a better word.
But it's cool that this time they said there's multiple islands you can visit and get different fruits and get different things, because I feel like that'll have like a nice change of scenery and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I also like that, you know, like you can have people living on your island, which is really cool. It's like a community.
Yeah. So this is one thing I'm confused about. So can your friends go to your island even if you're not online? Like, or is that not a thing?
See, that's what, okay, so normally, like, if you're not online, your friends can't enter your town. But what I was confused about was, like, the whole, like, oh, you can all live on the same island. Is that, like, if somebody is, like, asleep? Let me rephrase it. Is that, like, if everyone is sharing the same island, right? Is that, like, in the sense that it's on the same console, or is that, like, everyone uses the same area and everyone is on the same island at the same time? It's just like, so it's like if one person goes to sleep, the other 7 players are still on the same island.
Right. Yeah, that's what
I was trying to figure that out. Yeah. Like, I'm sure they explain it, but I just couldn't figure it out from watching the tracks.
I have a feeling you can't. I feel like it's only local where you can sleep on the same island. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we get.
Have you played Stardew Valley at all?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you know the multiplayer Stardew Valley? That's what I was thinking it was gonna be like, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be something like that. But, we also found out about the local co-op, which looks cool, but that's something I'm probably never gonna do. They also announced the mobile app that they're going to be doing, which looks actually kind of cool this time because that's how you're going to be able to scan QR codes, you can send messages, you can do your voice chat and stuff. So, I mean, this is stuff, obviously, if you have, like, Discord, it won't be relevant. But I think the biggest point of it is the QR code scanning, right? Because that's going to be a big factor.
Yeah, and their QR code scanning was in New Leaf, too. So it's good that they're taking... It seems to me like they're trying to make this, like, the definitive Animal Crossing where they take the best features from, like, every past game that they've gradually been adding, and then they're like, here's one package, you know what I mean?
And I think they said that basically this time you can have more people on your island. Like, they did say, like, you want to have
You can invite, like, as many... It seems like you can invite, like, a ton of residents,
Yeah, so I hope it's... Because before it was 4, right, on 3DS. So I think now you could probably have, like, maybe 7, maybe 8, who knows?
Right.
Yeah. Museum looks really pretty. We saw the museum. It looks very nice.
The aquarium looks really nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm going to be definitely... You know, sometimes it's just... What I would do is just, like, go to the aquarium and chill. And, like, an animal... I don't know. It's, like, very relaxing for me, you know?
And, like, there's so much more customization in terms of, like, hairstyles and costumes and stuff. So I'm really happy about all that stuff.
Yeah, the designing of the house looks like it was basically taken from Happy Home Designer.
Yeah.
If anyone remembers that game.
Yeah.
And, like... So they basically like ported that into this game too. So yeah, like I said, they're trying to make this like the step up from New Leaf because I do agree. Like after New Leaf, I did wonder for a while like what else could they do? How could they go up from here? You know?
Yeah, like I said, like I really like that in Happy Home Designer that you can that you can just like pluck your furniture up without like having to because that was one of the most annoying things, was pushing your furniture and having to push a different one to push that one in. So it's like it's way more intuitive to just be able to grab it, pull it somewhere and do that, so that you don't have to spend a million hours doing that. We also had Isabelle. Isabelle is back working for Tom Nook. She'll be handling stuff like, based on what I'm looking here, island events or bringing in animals. So she's basically kind of the event coordinator, I'd say. Which is good.
Yeah, and it's nice. It's nice that she got to like. It's nice that they brought her back, but not in a way that feels like forced.
Yeah,
like, it's like, oh, she's just doing a different job. It's not like, here's Isabelle, guys.
Exactly.
Here's Isabelle. Like, you know what I mean?
I would have taken.
Because they could have easily just done that.
Yeah, exactly.
But they know everyone loves her too much.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. What the fuck happened to her brother? Where's Digby? Is Digby dead?
Dude, nobody remembers Digby.
I need to tweet about that.
Poor Digby. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up for like, here's other people's homes on other islands or something.
True.
That would make sense to me, but we'll see.
And what's really going to be cool too is the fact that I think they're trying to avoid people time traveling this time, right? Because they're adding the seasonal events are going to be via updates, so they're not going to be like in the game. So that way they can avoid people like skipping to different events and getting different stuff.
Yeah, if that's how it works, like, I can understand. I know a lot of people aren't going to be like, of course, I'm expecting some people to be like, well, why isn't this in the base game? But right. I think it's smarter to do it with patches than it is to, like, in that regard, it's smarter to do it with patches. Right. So I do feel bad, like, if someone doesn't have, like, a good online connection, they won't be able to experience the event. So that's probably my only concern with it. Yeah. But, I mean, I think just for the sake of not being able to do that, yeah, I kind of get it. Also, like the whole thing with, like, only one island per game and that sort of thing.
Right, yeah.
But, I will say, what else was cool about the time traveling thing, like, in that regard? The fact that you can choose your hemisphere, so, like, your seasons are properly reversed.
That's really cool.
That's a smart detail. Yeah. I really like that.
Because that means, like, yeah, if I go to someone else's island that lives in a different hemisphere, like, it'll be cool to be like, oh, look, it's winter here. Or it's spring here. That's going to be fun to see.
And actually, that actually might be cool because, well, wait. If you reverse your hemisphere... Wait.
You can't.
Yeah, no, never mind. I'm stupid. I was going to say, oh, you reverse your hemisphere, how do you get the same events at the same time? But then I realized that, like, that's like a location thing, not like a date thing.
Exactly. So
like, Christmas still happens in summer in South America.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm stupid.
And another thing that I really loved was the fact that now you can basically add roads and pavements everywhere. Like, they Minecraftified it, where you can break the ground, you can add ground. Like, like, I think that's really smart because my worry was that the island is a little too small, but having layered ground and having, like, I can get rid of watered areas and stuff means that you could, like, definitely have more space in there for stuff.
Yeah, layered ground is super cool. Like, I can imagine, like, you have a city that sort of, like, goes upward, or it's, like, in the middle is, like, the center, and then goes, like, up, and there's a level, and up, like, there's so much, like, creative potential with just being able to change your layout, because basically all you could do in New Leaf was, like, change where the bridges are, and that was it.
Yeah.
You were pretty much stuck with, like, your location, you know?
Yeah. So, yeah, I love stuff like that, having the pavements in there. What else do we find? I mean, it's gonna have some amiibo compatibility, they confirmed. There's a place where you can go bring animals and do some photo shoots. Oh, I love the photo mode too. Like, I love the idea that, like, when you're on an island with 8 other players, you kind of look at a camera and take a picture together. Like, I think that just looks really cool.
Yeah, I think they're trying to really bring in the sense of, like, community with this one, especially with, like, you're building it up from scratch yourself with everyone else, you know?
I mean, plus, like, you gotta think...
I think I do like the direction they're going in. Like, my only concern, and they didn't, like, really elaborate on it too much, I just have the concern that, like, crafting is gonna be, like, a bit cumbersome just because it's like, oh, I really want this, but, you know, I have to wait to get all the materials.
Right.
But I guess it's not... But when I think about it, it's not that much different than, like, you go to Nook's store, and it's like, oh, well, there's nothing I want to buy today, and you leave. Like, it's not that much different. The only difference is, like, you know, sometimes it's a little bit more effort to get, like, what you want, but you can at least guarantee to get it every single time, you know?
Yeah. And again, like, what I really love, too, like I said, is... Obviously, because this is a console one, they have in mind that, like, and plus we live in a different era, people are going to be live streaming this, people are going to be on calls together playing this game and stuff, so I feel like they know that, and that's why it's so hinged on a lot of the multiplayer stuff, because I feel like that's going to be a big component nowadays, and like I said, I want to be able to do more things on the islands at different times, because I would always complain that, like, when I came to the game at night, there was nothing much to do, so at least that there's some extra activities or being able to hang out with friends and stuff, it'll make it more, like, engaging.
Yeah, definitely. Like, the games used to be kind of punishing for people who were night owls or had night shifts, and even in New Leaf, you could make, like, I think it was a night owl, like, proposition where, like, everything would stay up later.
Yeah, I remember that.
But at least with this island thing, like, there is no... I mean, I'm sure the stores that you fly to will have hours, but for the most part, the bulk of the game is crafting and, like, building the island, and that, you don't need stuff to be open to do that, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I think that's a really smart move on their part.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think those are the big points. Again, like, I'm sure we're gonna see more stuff. I know they're showing stuff now on Twitter as we speak, and they said there's gonna be free updates. Oh yeah, also cool that it's free updates. Like, they have yet to say, like, they didn't announce an expansion pass or anything. Like, it seems like they're going the Splatoon route where they're just gonna, for the most part, maybe like in a year or two down the line, they're gonna give a paid expansion. But for now, it's gonna be free updates.
Yeah, I mean, because, again, Animal Crossing New Leaf had that Welcome Amiibo update in 2016 after the game released in 2013, and that update was entirely free, and it added a shit ton of stuff. So, I would imagine free update-wise, stuff like, I don't think we'll get anything, like, massive, like, Welcome Amiibo right away. I think they will do something like that in the future. I think the free updates, of course, the events, but they'll probably gradually add more amiibo support with, like, the villagers. Like, they'll gradually add more villagers. I could see that happening. Like, every so often they're like, oh, here's some new villagers that you can have to your town, because, like, it's really free and easy, because you could just have, like, 4 or 5 every time, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, overall, I think when you go through everything, I think for myself, I'm really excited. I think this Direct did, like, a good job of showing me more stuff. Obviously, no matter what Animal Crossing is, it's a tame franchise. I think that's the point of it. It's not meant to have mind-blowing changes. It's meant to have small changes that fans really freak out about. You know what I mean? Like,
it's about the quality of life things.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, did you see the video of everyone, like, screaming about toasting bread? I mean, that's the sort of stuff that Animal Crossing fans just lose their shit over.
It's like, this game is just like, I'm really excited for it. It's the type of game that, especially with the Switch, it's gonna be exciting to, like, you know, pop in every night for 30 minutes, pop in every day, like, hang out on streams with it. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have a good time.
generally I'm someone who very rarely plays their Switch undocked.
Right.
Because, like, I don't really take it with me places, and, like, if I'm at home, I'll just play it on my screen.
Right.
But I think, like, with this game, I am just going to be undocked, like, taking it everywhere. Because, you know, it's just an easy pick up and play for a little bit game. And, it's something you relax in bed playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the art
that
style's
sort of
really
stuff, so.
See, I'm having an issue because the game doesn't have cloud saves. So I'm, like, debating. It's like, do I just get the game on my Switch Lite? Or do I get it? Because I usually just use my Switch Lite everywhere and I put my base one just on the dock. But do I just get on my Switch Lite or do I get on my base one and just like go out with it when I want to play Animal Crossing specifically? Very difficult life choices.
Right.
But yeah, so no, I think it's going to be really exciting. And I also think like you and me are in a good position in general that we can like just hang out with a bunch of people on an island easily. So I think we're going to have a really good time with it. And I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a great time.
I think this direct like answered pretty much all my questions.
Yeah.
That I was having going in, like for the most part. So I think it was a very good direct in that regard. Because like, you know, as you said, this isn't like, oh, groundbreaking, blah, 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 but like just about the quality of life changes that really please fans. Like Animal Crossing knows how to please fans, I would say. Out of any Nintendo franchise the most.
Yeah, it's definitely the one where people argue the least for sure.
Right.
Yeah, so no, I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a great time. And again, like people forget, like Animal Crossing is huge, right? These are 10 to 13 million selling games, and I think on Switch this game's going to pop off even more. Maybe over the years selling like between 15 to 20 million. So I think it's going to be a big game.
Yeah, there's no way, like, especially with how anticipated this entry is, I fully expect this game to do well.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Like, as we've seen, any franchise that has a game on Switch will always, like, be the best selling, like, almost always. Like, Sword and Shield being, as you know, we saw it with Sword and Shield, we saw that with Smash, like, the Switch is just super hot. There's no denying how hot the Switch is.
So yeah, that's it. That's all, guys. So that was a short, nice discussion about the Animal Crossing Direct. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are excited for everything that's upcoming, and we'll see y'all later this week when we do Smash Dispatch and other stuff. So thank y'all for watching. Peace.
Peace.